Because
7 upwards, isn't it?
there's actually like a story.
I thought it was because it was 7 and up.
Supporting early intervention and valuing emotional needs by uniting people. My name's Simbi. I'm the development manager for the 7up charity. I've got a background of working in community and youth work and play work settings and organisations. Probably to my own teenage years when I started kind of hanging out in youth clubs and started organising youth clubs. We've been a charity now for just 3 years. Prior to that, the roots of the organisation were about 15 years ago when families got together to support their own emotional needs and those of their children.
My name is Joan Hayden. I'm a mother. My son is Micah. He has autism and severe learning difficulties.
Both my daughters have autism and moderate learning difficulties. And a very long time ago, my youngest daughter started Hamilton School. And from there, we were introduced to a play scheme called 7up.
At the school that he previously went to, Hamilton Special Needs Primary, that's where I met this lovely young lady by the name of Cindy. That's when she first told me about what they're trying to start.
Come to the job. Hi, I'm John Harris. I'm head teacher at Hamilton School here in Handsworth, Birmingham, and we've been working with 7up for a number of years now. If you read the sign outside the school, it says about working together with others to transform the lives of students. That's one of the things we try to do. So we work together with lots of different people like 7up, and it is about transforming life chances. And I think working with 7up helps us to do that.
It was on a smaller scale then. It was just on the weekend, drop them off and that's it. Now, first of all, I thought, ooh, a play scheme for the girls.
As a parent, you always wanted to know what else is out there for our kids, especially the type of kids that we have.
I dropped my younger daughter off and then my eldest wanted to go as well. So it kind of escalated from there and then they started going more and more.
The partnership is crucial to us, it's crucial to the families, it's part of what we do. It's integral to Hamilton School. When people think about us, they know that we provide things in the holidays, the weekends.
So those early days, the focus was very much on play and out-of-school opportunities for children, so an age range of probably 5 to 11 years. And those early days were very much based at Rookery. Rookery still continues to be a partner, and we've got a garden there.
So we are at the Secret Garden. It's half term, October. It's been raining all morning, but we're here. I'm outside having a nice time.
This is what we mixed up.
Is that enough?
Yeah, music.
My name is Jemima Graham and I'm a visual artist. I'm also a part-time lead play worker and youth worker at 7up Charity. My role as a play lead at 7up involves planning and evaluating sessions, also resourcing sessions and working with the staff to come up with new ideas of things that we can do. A play session, for me as a lead, it's important that it's accessible for the children and that their needs are met. Children can go and be quiet if they want to. There's dark spaces, hiding spaces, places where they can climb, take risks and be creative.
This one is the angry one with 2 teeth because he ate too much sweets, and this one is smiling because he is having a good dream and stuff.
The play space is all about the children. It's about following their interests. We make sure that if there's anything specific that a child likes, for example, drawing or climbing, that those opportunities are available for them.
Hello, my name's Kabir and this is the Secret Garden. Yeah, so about the secret...
My name is Naz. My son is 9. His name is Kabir. He has autism, ADHD, and he's considered as a complex child.
That's just a snout.
We've been coming to 7up since he's been about 6, I think. He absolutely loves coming here. When he was younger, I remember when I'd come to pick him up and he'd never want to leave, which was one of the few places where we'd go where he'd be happy and safe and secure and happy not to have me around. We've left school, it hasn't worked out for us, and 7up is so vital for us because it's a place where he can come and he's valued for being himself. He doesn't have to hide his special interest. We come to nearly every single session. I think if we've missed a session, it's because something was going on, not because Kabir never wanted to come. He's always up for coming to 7up.
As the organisation grew, I mean literally grew in terms of the children were getting older, one of the trustees' child was approaching 11 and she was like, oh, what's he going to do now? What happens after 7up in terms of the holidays? A lot of families that we work with can't go to the cinemas and to parks and access what we say kind of refer to as mainstream provision. Now, thankfully, we've got a service for young people from the age of 12 to 18, and we've been able to offer that service now for the last 4 years.
We couldn't get through holidays before because there weren't many things I could do with them, and it was fantastic just dropping them off for a few hours and come back, find them either messy or, either way they were happy.
I've had parents saying to me that 7up is the only provision that their child accesses outside of school, which is crazy, but it also validates how important 7up is to the families that we work with.
It was the first experience I had where I could take my children to a club and drop them off and feel comfortable and see them with smiles on their faces going off to these people that they really trust and come back to me and say how much they enjoyed it and want to come back again. My son's now 12, my daughter's 9 now. The social benefit, they've got children they want to come here and play with, which with children with autism is something you crave more than expect. Their play at home has been more expansive, especially my daughter. The creative play that she's enjoyed doing is definitely a result of some of the things she's done at 7up.
The provision that 7up provides helps families stay together. The fact that we can provide affordable childcare and play provision for our families is really, really beneficial to the mental health and well-being.
We knew there was another transition period for these young people as their needs change and shift as they become adults. So again, we're now this year being able to kind of launch our 19 plus service.
Another thing that you can use to help with your pictures is lighting. So you can obviously use daylight, you can use... So we're just rounding up for today. We've been looking at photography and an introduction to photography, how the young people can use their phones in the best way to capture images while they're out and about. I've set them a task, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring back next week. I've studied photography in the past and now I'm working with some of the young people to build upon their skills. I'm able to then impart some of my knowledge and skills onto them, and it's rewarding to get that back. We have got a young man that attends our sessions and he's really into media, and we're now looking at how we can work with him with the charity to help us and give his ideas and how we can present ourselves.
I really enjoyed the session today. It was on photography, which I love, and it's one of my passions as well. Without a 7up, I would be lost, and to just be at home and not be myself and be moody. So thanks to 7up, I'm more happier.
Hi, my name's Chantal. I work for 7up as a youth worker and play worker. We're at ER Mason today, facilitating our last session before Christmas. So we're having Christmas party vibes. I've been in the kitchen most of the day with Meha making non-alcoholic cocktails and hot food, cold food. Meha made loads and loads of cakes to share with the young people for the morning session and the afternoon. So it's party time, so we're just having a good time before the new year starts.
Personal and professional development of all of our staff is an important aspect of what we do. Our staff have regular training, first aid, mental health first aid, autism awareness. All of our staff are play and youth work trained. We're able to captivate a diverse range of artists, poets, designers who design our play spaces. It means that we have a wider impact on the children, young people and families that our services enable and support.
The work that we do is possible because of funders. Our main funding streams at the moment are Children in Need, who support the delivery and fund our children's play schemes. Short Breaks for Disabled Children, and that funds some of our engagement with children from the age of 5 to 18. We were successful in securing 3 years funding through the National Lottery Reaching Communities programme that has enabled us to establish and develop our 19 plus offer, plus give us core funding and some stability as an organisation.
It's about making sure that those who we work with are able to sustain a living and a lifestyle that enables them to do their job well. So I suppose for 7Up, long term, it's for us to be able to look at how we can grow and sustain our organisation.
7Up Charity wouldn't be 7Up Charity without its trustees. We've got 5 trustees at the moment. Most of them, they're children and young people at some point have used our services and continue to use our services.
I'm very glad and I'm very privileged to be a trustee of 7Up, and I'm able to see where we go in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, because as I always say to myself and to others, our children are our lifelong obligation. You know, our children have those needs that it doesn't stop at 18, 21, it goes on.
I became a trustee for 7Up a few years ago when Simbi, who's fantastic, she's told us about it and said, you know, we want to get together a few of the parents and take 7Up further. My main motivation was my daughters, because I could see how much they enjoyed it, how much they benefited from the services, and I wanted other people to be able to do that. You know, my eldest is now 22. She has pretty much grown up with 7Up, and the same with my other daughter who's 13. You know, they are pretty much like family.
We want our children to be connected to people not only who care for them, but who have their long-term future in mind, and that's where 7Up is brilliant. As a trustee, my very desire is to see 7Up grow. More people, more children, more organisation, more connectability across Birmingham and the West Midlands.
7Up has grown loads. I'm really proud of it, and I'm hoping we'll grow more further and be able to help families, parents and children alike.
I see my role as ensuring that the legacy of what we're building continues. The community that we serve will still be here in 5, 10, you know, going into the future. So what do we put in place in terms of relationships and partnerships and strategies to maintain that? The benefits that the children and the young people get out of being in community spaces, being with their peers, being with each other. I'm unable to measure it. We've had children coming from they were 4 years old and now they're 18, 19, 20. So we know the impact that these small, sometimes appear small interventions have in terms of quality outcomes for children's long-term health and well-being going into the future.
During the 2020 and everything that happened during lockdown, 7Up were an absolute marvel. They sent packs out to us when we really couldn't get out, and you know, like created packs that you just couldn't go out and buy because things like that became trivial, but they weren't trivial in our house, and they were little blessings and things that we could all do together, and it was a little reminder that we weren't alone.
I think 7Up will make such a valuable contribution to my son's life, and I'm really, really grateful to everybody who makes us feel so special. And I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone.
Thank you for watching our film.